Team Fortress 2 has officially come to an end. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. As of today, December 20th, 2024, the Team Fortress 2 story has officially, finally come to an end. And, man, what a way to end it all off. Issue 7 of the Team Fortress 2 comics. The very beginning of it has a wonderful message of being dedicated to Rick May, and there are just so many moments throughout this comic, and I've already read it. I've read through it all. I saw the announcement. Thank you to Tyler McVicker out there, who caught it, and I was a few minutes late. But man, wow, this is fantastic. I'm genuinely so happy with how this turned out. Man, this is fantastic. This is amazing. It wraps up everything. It gives endings to all of the characters. It doesn't leave an open book for them to be like, oh, well, maybe this is, blah, 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 right? Maybe you can keep going at the end, or maybe they can keep going on, right? I mean, there's obviously a possibility for another update of TF2, right? But honestly, this is, I think now, right now, I think the only way to end it, if this isn't the end of Team Fortress 2, like as a whole, right? This is like the official send-off of Team Fortress 2 from Valve. This is them saying that it's over, right? There's nothing else coming out now, except for yearly Smithsmisses or something like that, or there's going to be no new major updates, or we're going to keep supporting the game, but nothing new major is going to be coming out, or something like that. I think this is the perfect way to really send off such an amazing game, nearly 20 years old, and I think that this is just the best way to do it, right? With such a comic filled with so much heart, so much of the appropriate tone and everything. It feels sincere. It feels emotional. Fuck, dude. I'm tearing up right now just thinking about it, right? And I have so many hours. I have spent literal months worth of time in Team Fortress 2. I have played it. I bought the game. I bought this game when it came out. I was there through the Pyro update, Jungle Inferno. I was there whenever it became free to play. Fuck, I was 12. I was 12. Or 11 when I first played it. I'm 23 now. I am 23 years old now. Look, I know that there's so much to critique about the game, about Valve, about how it spurred on the advent of loot transactions, loot boxes, and all this other stuff, right? But I mean, Valve has always kept it it's always been obvious what they wanted. They just wanted, hey, pay us, right? Give us money and we'll give you cool shit. And that's the way that it's been about. And I know that became a bit of a toxic relationship near the end because they were only focusing on that. But it was one of those things where there's really nothing else to do. But that's not a defense. That's really just an explanation. And honestly, this is perfect. It really is. From Scout having kids and having a bunch of wives that themselves are deadbeats, and he's actually a great dad, to Soldier and Jana having uh having kids, and the fact that like they never really changed. Fucking Soldier calling Heavy a communist and halfway through, despite the fact he really isn't, which is really funny because then, oh god, in my video that will probably go up eventually, I'm like, Heavy really isn't like a communist because he is like really individualistic and like all this other stuff, but he's really well read. He has like 4 PhDs, but he does care for his family, so like maybe he is, and he is also like the best character in the entire game, so maybe he is a communist. And then like he gives like $20 to the guy and goes, "Yeah, keep the change, I don't care." And I'm like, okay, never mind. Yeah, he is a communist. But God, like so many moments are throughout this. Olivia, the backstory with Elizabeth, the administrator, everything with Pauline, the way that they just like kind of tie up everything and are like, yeah, we're not continuing this. Fuck it. Yep. Dump it in the sea, right? Manco, yep, it's now passed off to two random fucks, right? Bidwell and all this other stuff, which in of itself like could make you think like, oh well, Team Fortress 2, oh, there's Team Fortress 3, there's a red and a blue team now, they're co-owning it, but like, oh, and also like all of the cool like other classes throughout all the entire thing, right? Where you get to see like a proper demo man and like the Heavy with a shoulder mounted machine gun and like all these other mercs and everything. It was so cool. It was so cool. Fuck me, dude. Fuck me. Dude, it is really beautiful. It really is. I'm so glad. I'm so happy with how this turned out. Like I had to like literally edit the URL so that I could find the last page. 500 panels. 500 panels of awesome artwork. Of just the best stuff you could. Oh man. If this is the end of Team Fortress 2, if this is like the finish line of where Valve is like, hey, we're not really going to end off anything else. The ancillary like preamble to this release and everything like that, that was just to kind of hype everything up, to kind of go out with a bang of glory. I'd be okay with it. If there's another update with it, I'd be okay with it. If Valve came out after this and said, we're shutting down the servers, but we're going to be giving you guys access to community servers and source code and other things like that, I'd be okay with it too. I think that this is a perfect send-off for all those veteran players out there. All those players who have been playing ever since the bots, ever since like the crisis, the market, everything around it, right? I think that it was a great thing, right? Like Team Fortress 2, this thing of a parody of America, and then it like goes into these like parodies and like critiques of like all these different like things, like fuck religion. It was like critiquing religion. It critiqued fucking capitalism. It was just making fun of like everything, right? And it was never punching down, right? It was always just punching. It just punched, and punched, just like fucking like Saxton Hale, right? It just punch, and that's what it was all about. And its story, how ridiculous its world is, and I really am happy with it. I really am happy with the way it turned out, and this ending, and then this right here is just amazing. This is such a beautiful. Oh man, I just realized the sandwiches. Oh my god, red and blue. Oh, and they have all the like fucking logos over. Oh my god. Tom Jones, fucking Tom Jones and Marasmus, man. This makes me so happy. Again, if this is the end, good. No need to drag on and beat a dead horse. And honestly, sometimes companies, especially video game companies that are just, one of those things, one of those corporations that just want to keep making more money. Valve has always tried to be different than them while still being obviously a corporation. That like just tries to end things, right? I mean, it's never really been too consumer friendly, but it's always been about like what they want to make, and you got to kind of give them props to that. They've always just wanted to do it for games, right? It was never just about trying to turn a profit or anything along those lines. Obviously, it was about profit. They don't have like, they're not a Fortune 500 company, or they have like stocks or anything like that. But at the end of the day, they are still a capitalist venture and game company, right? But goddamn, can they put out some comics to fucking go against that shit? Like, damn, do they know how to participate in critique? Shit. Internal class traders. But man, yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Thank you all so much for watching. And let me know about your favorite moments in Team Fortress 2 down below. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you, TF2, Team Fortress 2, Valve, and the TF2 community out there. It's been a fucking hell of a ride. The end.